friend! Oh, new friend! Oh, friend! Please be my friend! Oh, friend!
Hello and welcome back to Cheap Shot Entertainment. I am your host Luke and this is Wrestling Friends Review Sacrifice Pro number 16, Breakfast at Tivy. It took place on the 5th of August, which was last Sunday as I'm recording this, and it was at the Cedars Upper School in Leighton Buzzard. And it was fantastic to see a smaller crowd chanting and doing things their own way. And in a way, well, this is my first and has been my first ever Sacrifice Pro show, and if I do ever get to go and see another one, I will. I absolutely loved it, and if you're in Leighton Buzzard or around the Milton Keynes area, I would say if you're watching this, go and see that show. It's £7 on the door. It's £20 for a group of 4. The t-shirts are there, the merchandise is there, and the Sacrifice Pro t-shirts are also £5, which you can't grumble at for a t-shirt to show your support for a show. So moving on straight into the first match, it happens to be a fatal 4-way. Straight off the bat, we've got 4 guys going in the ring. So you've got LJFA. I don't know if I've said that right. Please correct me in the comments below. Who is a heel masked wrestler, which you don't see very often with the things like that. We've got Twister, another masked wrestler, very much a face. You've got Liam Smith, referee in Hope Wrestling, obviously doing his training, and quite impressive in this match, I've got to say. Well done, Liam. And Sunset Skip. There was a clothesline by Twister, and Jeff gets sent over the top rope. You'll spend a lot of time outside the ring on this one. After some jockeying, a few moves, Liam gets the first near fall. A referee gets the first near fall in this particular match. Double team on Skip. Jeff A gets back in, only to be subject to a stalling suplex. Very impressive by Sunset Skip on this one. The heel Jeff A gouges his eyes. Liam back into the ring, leading to a near fall. All 4 guys in the corner. Tower of Doom spot, so got one guy on the top rope, the other 2 trying to suplex him, and then Sunset Skip comes in and hits the powerbomb. So he's left standing tall. Everyone else is completely wiped out by this. Multiple wrecking balls by Liam, absolutely beautiful. There is a video on the Sacrifice Pro Facebook page with the slow motion, and it's absolutely awesome. So go and check out Sacrifice Pro on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well. Skip hits another powerbomb, another near fall, not a here fall but a near fall. Twister hits his finisher on Skip. 1, 2, 3. Twister is your winner. Very fun match, as you can tell by the tone of my voice. Some great spots, the Tower of Doom, and all of that kind of stuff. Liam getting lots of work in. Jeff A we didn't see much of, spent most of his time outside the ring. Again, some great moves by Twister and a showing of strength by Sunset Skip. So you had everything in this match. So moving straight on to the next segment, it was a segment involving Chase Williams, former Team Mad member. Team Mad doesn't exist in Sacrifice Pro at this point in time. Everyone's gone their separate ways. The Team Mad actually attacked Chase Williams and then they separated. Wants a match with his former Team Mad brothers. Owen Charles, unfortunately, interrupts with this one and offers Chase a place in Brick Lane. Chase rejects it categorically. So we go into match 2. It's Chase Williams and Owen Charles in a singles match. So match starts frantically, both men fighting on the outside. There's a lot of outside action in this show. After hitting a suicide dive each, Chase gets on top until Charles throws him shoulder first into the post. Charles gets near fall again on Chase Williams, trying to come back, drastically trying to come back. Owen Charles is very much on top for quite a lot of this match. Takes a a nasty bump into the corner, followed by a low corner splash. No let up on Chase Williams in this match at all by Chase Williams. Owen Charles gets a submission on the arm of Chase, an armbar. Chase makes it to his feet and throws Owen Charles with a buckle bomb into the corner. Chase hits the super kick. Team Mad music hits. Chase is obviously very distracted by this. With the distraction, Owen Charles managed to hit the curb stomp for the 1-2-3 and the win. And again, another great match. This show has kicked off like a house on fire. It's been absolutely brilliant. We're only 2 matches in. After the bell, Hustle Malone comes out and attacks Chase Williams. Goes straight for the arm again. Chase Williams and Hustle Malone will have a match in future shows. We'll go into match 3. The first tag match of the night is a 3-way tag team match, triple threat tag team match. Team Rising Sun versus Black Mafia versus Brick Lane. So the match starts. So Brick Lane is Kai Payne and Jay Garner on this one. So the match starts with a free-for-all. Double teaming on Brick Lane. Anthony Mafia hits a drop kick to send Jay Garner out of the ring. More madness on the outside of the ring with teams pairing off until gets put in a figure 4 leg lock, which leads to what I'd like to call a submission circle of death. With the referee wondering what he was supposed to do at this point. It's multiple submissions, so they did eventually break it. Couldn't call a tap out or anything like that. With all 6 guys locked in submission moves, it breaks down. Anthony Mafia gets the tag, double team on Brick Lane by the Black Mafia, reversed into back suplex, which Rising Sun hit the release German suplex, sort of like capture straight jacket kind of thing, on Kai Payne. Rising Sun dive out of the ring and takes out everybody, and everybody hits just finishing move, mayhem. At this point, ref starts to count. Everybody is down on the canvas. The ref starts to count everybody out. Rising Sun hit the DDT on Kai Payne on the apron, which did look quite nasty. It did lead to Kai Payne being seen to after the final bell. For Rising Sun win after hitting their team finishes. So again, a bit of everything everywhere. It's difficult to make notes on this, but hopefully the pictures in the background will fill in a few spots. So on to match 4, which is Alex Cupid versus C.Y. Gregory, or Cy Gregory. I'm not quite sure how to say that, but please feel free again to correct me in the comments section down below. So C.Y. Gregory is in the ring. This again starts off hot and heavy with an attack on Alex Cupid outside the ring as he's making his entrance, holds his own and gets back on top as they battle round the ring. Cupid sends C.Y. Gregory into the wall a couple of times, and C.Y. hits hard into the wall. C.Y. or Gregory gets Cupid and dumps him face first onto the canvas. It's all Gregory at this point in the match. Cupid mounts another comeback, hits a face breaker to the knee. So there's a knee KO, I think it was described as. And Gregory comes back, gets Cupid in a single leg crab. Again, some real good technical wrestling, some good submissions in here. Cupid manages to get to the rope with some help from the crowd. Gregory hits the Samoan drop, sort of TKO, and wins the match via pinfall. Again, a very quick match. Cupid didn't put up much of a fight on this one, which I was quite disappointed with, owing to the fact that I'd seen his videos on the Facebook page, and on Instagram as well. So I was a bit disappointed, but Gregory, I'm very impressed with what moves that Cupid did. I was also impressed with, but I think this is leading to a rubber match, perhaps, because I'd like to see Cupid again take on Gregory. Gregory continues his assault on Cupid, to which Alexander Hyde comes out through the curtain. His music hits, he comes out, gets Gregory's attention and challenges him to a match. He said Gregory does his typical heel thing and gets out of the ring before the match can be made. With Alexander Hyde already in the ring, we're introduced to Big T Justice, Kyle Kingsley and Alexander Rolfe to make a fatal four-way match for the second time in this afternoon in this show. Match starts off with three guys on one. It's Kingsley, Hyde and Rolfe chucking Big T out of the ring so they can get rid of the biggest guy and go after each other. The remaining three get a few shots in on each other before Big T gets back in the ring and shows what he's all about. Big guy just beating everybody up before all four guys get back into the ring, pairing off. Pace is slow at this point, favouring Big T Justice, and Big T is back on the outside and gets sent unceremoniously into the post on the outside, shoulder first. Hyde manages to put some moves together. Big T's back in the ring at this point. Rolfe hits a Superman punch on Kyle Kingsley, gets a near fall. T back in the ring. It's Hyde that manages to then get Big T down on his knees with Kingsley and Rolfe fighting outside the ring again. Hits the spinning clothesline while T's down on his knees, gets the 1, 2, 3. Kyle Kingsley almost manages to break this up. Alexander Hyde standing tall in the middle of the ring, your winner of this impromptu, very short, fatal four-way match. So there's nothing spectacular. It was a good match. All four guys got some offense in. It was interesting to see the dynamic between the three guys and Big T, taking him out, chucking him out of the ring. Every so often Big T would get in, do a couple of moves. The bants between Big T and the crowd were fantastic. Again, the crowd really hot for this one. Lots of chanting going off, and it's clear that the fans of Sacrifice Pro love their shows. So, match 6 leads us to the first half of a double main event. Ultimate Sacrifice Championship, and I've got to say I love that name for the championship, and the championship belt itself is absolutely beautiful. Roy Johnson is your champion. He's been defending it ever since he won it, and he's not been shy about defending it either. Who's going to answer the challenge? Brick Lane's music hits. Which member of Brick Lane will it be? It's the only one that we haven't seen during the night. It is Shogun J, the biggest member of the Brick Lane crew. Shogun J gets the jump on Johnson as he's getting ready to start the match. Johnson comes back with some shoulder tackles, leading to Jay being counted out. So Shogun J is out of the ring at this point, getting counted out. Johnson then decides to follow him. He comes round the ring. They're both fighting on the outside, getting a fan to help him. Somewhere he managed to get a resistance band that you have in the gym, and he had this fan walk to one end of the ring, and he was on the other side, and then let go. And let me tell you, that must have hurt. If you've ever been flicked by an elastic band, think that, but about 50 times bigger. And it kind of hits Shogun J on the chin. I think he was expecting it to hit him on the chest like a chop. But again, very entertaining, very unusual and very unique offense by Johnson. After more fighting, Shogun J is now back on top. Back and forth again, it leads to an enziguri. Johnson with the clothesline, and both down at this point. So Shogun J hits the Enziguri, Johnson hits the clothesline, and they're both down on the match. Referee counting to 10. Shogun J then goes to the top rope. For a big guy, this is an unusual thing. So obviously he's not got the right footing and things. Johnson counters him, throws him off of the top rope in a sort of Ric Flair woo moment. Hits the pounce, and then the big ending for the win. Big Wavy is still your Ultimate Sacrifice Championship with the win over Shogun J. After the match, as Big Wavy was making his exit, Jay Garner came out from the curtain. They had a bit of a stare down. I can only imagine that means that Jay Garner is putting all of his cards on the table and challenging Roy Johnson to a match at the next Sacrifice. But really impressed with Big Wavy. I'd like to see him come up to the Hope shows in Mansfield, because I think it'd be nice to get a bit of crossover, defend the Ultimate Sacrifice Challenge belt in a open challenge match, and just show what he's about. More to come in match 7. We've got your main event of the afternoon, which is for the Saints of Sacrifice Tag Team Championship. Again, fantastic name, I love it. So you've got the first ever champions, the Unbreakables, Kent Nelson and Warren Banks, former Hope future champion as well, versus Los Palominos, which features Tivy and Frankie Vegas. So this is a rematch of the finals of the tournament to crown the champions. Easily the best match of the night. It's the reason that the tag teams were on the main event, and this match proves why the tag team division is so good in Sacrifice Pro Wrestling. Vegas and Nelson start the match. There's lots of rest hold, lots of jockeying position, lots of jockeying for position, lots of technical wrestling, arm holds, a bit of back and forth. Leads to Frankie Vegas getting the upper hand by hitting a drop kick, gets a tag to Tivy, who hits a running knee. Punches in the corner by Kent, leading to a powerbomb and another near fall. Sorry, a hurricane runner by Vegas. Vegas gets the hot tag to Tivy. Warren Banks gets the hot tag to Kent Nelson. Double team here by Los Palominos. Like a double worm, one going forwards, one going backwards, hitting the double elbow into a near fall. It's broken up again by Banks. Into the Unbreakables, hitting a snapshot kind of double team maneuver, then leading into a submission attempt. Vegas counters with a suplex, drops Kent Nelson on top of Warren Banks and breaks both holds. And then the spot of the night, quite easily, Spanish Fly off the top rope. Absolutely phenomenal. Check out YT Gray's photography. He's really good. And if you want to see that move in action, that's the place to go and see it. Unbreakables get near fall. Unbreakables then come back again. It's like a big boot by Warren Banks, leading into full Nelson slam by Kent Nelson for the win. Great match again. Like I say, easily the best match of the card, and really just took it to the next level of awesome for this match. And so on to my final thoughts about Sacrifice Pro 16 Breakfast at Tivy Lee's. Fantastic show. I know I've used that word a lot in this video, but it was really entertaining. It was something completely different to a Hope show. I still go and watch Hope shows. I love my Hope Wrestling. I'm a season ticket holder over at Hope Wrestling. I've got to say, this offered something different. It was a bit more of a technical edge, and lots of submissions, and then finishing off with the tag team championship match, the Saints of Sacrifice match, which just topped everything that I've seen in 2018 with regard to tag matches. Yeah, that's it for this video, episode number 2, Sacrifice Pro 16 Breakfast at Tivy Leeds. I have been your host, Luke. Keep it locked right here on Cheap Shot Entertainment. Join us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to Cheap Shot Entertainment on YouTube if you liked the video. I will see you next time. Goodbye.